Well, good evening, racing fans. Welcome to racing action from Grand River Raceway for this Friday evening. Our first race will go to post in approximately 20 minutes. Let us get a look at the changes on this evening's card of racing. Fans, note there are no changes. Races 1, 2, and 3. No changes. Races 1, 2, and 3. Race number 4 scratched is number 2 Northern Belle. Race 4 scratched to Northern Belle. Race number 5, number 8. Wave That Banner is scratched. Race 5, 8. Wave That Banner is scratched. Race number 6, no changes. No changes. Race number 6. Race number 7, number 1, Larjan Lucy. Bridle change, adding a Murphy blind on the left. And a shoe change as well. Aluminum to steel shoes on all. Aluminum to steel shoes on all. Race number 8, number 5, Grey Cup. The driver will be J.R. Plot. Race 8, 5, Grey Cup, J.R. Plot. Race number 9, number 4, Gambling Addiction. Scotty Coulter will drive. Scotty Coulter will drive the 4 in the 9th. Scratches of 6 and 9. 6 and 9 are to the 9th race. Tenth race, no changes. Once again, no changes. Races 1 through 3.
I have a couple of new ads. Would you be able to speak them? Fantastic. First one's for the owners.
And here is an important note for horse owners. Licensees are welcome back to the tarmac. AGCO license holders plus 2 guests are welcome to join us on the tarmac every race night. To register, go online, tarmacregistration.eventbrite.com. That is tarmacregistration.eventbrite.com. Note, a maximum of 100 people will be allowed, so you need to get in and register immediately if you wish to be here on a race day. AGCO license holders plus 2 guests welcome to join us on the tarmac every race night. And also, fans, note the 30th annual Industry Day. 30th, wow. Monday, August the 3rd. Post time is 12:30. Man, I'm going to have to get up before noon for that. 30th Industry Day, Monday, 12:30. And note the Battle of Waterloo, 2-year-old Colt Pacers, purse of 200,000 plus. Also the Battle of the Bells. And note we'll have an Ontario Sire Stakes Gold Series for 3-year-old pacing fillies, as well as a Sire Stakes Grassroots Series for 3-year-old pacing fillies. So a great day of racing action. The 30th Annual Industry Day, 1 week from this coming Monday. Note the post time, though. Don't be showing up for 6:30 and wonder, well, what's going on? 12:30 in the afternoon. Field for race number one is on parade. One is All Our Wishes, Mark Johnson for Denise Ball. Number two is Moving to the Top, Bruce Richardson for Colonel Schneider Jr. Number three, Wheelin' Willie, Wayne Henry for Fred Brayford. Number four, Seven Credits, Brett McDonough for Ron McDonald and Lorimer McClure. And number five, Boston Blue, Nick Stewart for Vic Putty and Robert McEnany. Correction, Robert McNerney. Sorry, Rob. Number six, Spicy Man, Alvin Hamilton for Tom McMahon and Jeff Wan, Jeff Packer. And number seven is Warway Viking, Eddie Green for Celeste Hill. Number eight is Dashing Muscle, Paul McDonnell for Chantel Mitchell and James Armitage. And number nine is Solid, Tyler Moore for Herb Holland and R.A.W. Ekwine and Ross Warner and Don Whalen and Carolyn McIsaac. Field of nine, race number one. Let us get a look at this field. And there is number three, Wheelin' Willie, who's got a couple of runner-up finishes in six starts. And one of those runner-up finishes was last time out at Hanover, so looks to build off of that. And also was here in the grassroots. Now, didn't fare well in the grassroots, but put up a time of 2 minutes and 4, which would compare well here. Wheelin' Willie, 9-1 on the board, I think is one of the main players in this race. Number 8, Dashing Muscle. Well, did race in a gold last start at Georgian Downs. That was the first career start. And look, it had the lead at the top of the stretch. Finished fourth, beaten a length and 3/4. That was a fine performance. I think it's only post 8 that prevents this one from being the favorite. And yet you still have 9-5 on the board. So that tells you a lot about what the fans think of Dashing Muscle coming in off of that gold here in a maiden class. And Paul McDonnell driving. Number 5, Boston Blue. Well, the connections will be kind of blue about the last two races. Made a break last time out in the start. Before it, Georgian Downs post 9 is a tough post to overcome. But just before that, a very solid third in 58-3 at Georgian Downs. So Boston Blue is one that could turn things right back around. There's the blue and white of Nick Stewart with Boston Blue for Vic Putty. And is currently on the board at 12-1. At number 1, All Our Wishes, and Mark Johnson. Well, raced in a gold last race at Georgian Downs, and that was the first start after a couple of qualifiers. Was able to get a pocket trip from post 7 and finish a close third. So All Our Wishes from the inside is right now on the board at even money. The first race, it's a field of 9, going to post shortly. Gate is rolling for race one. All Our Wishes moving to the top, and Wheelin' Willie on the inside. Of the center is 7 Credits in Boston Blue. To the outside, Spicy Man, Warravy, Viking, Dashing Muscle, and the second tier, Solid. It's a field of 9 for the first dash on this Friday evening. And the field is gathered up behind the gate at the river. And they're at the start off. Wheelin' Willie and moving to the top, and also leaving well is 7 Credits, and on the inside, All Our Wishes. Field hustles around that first turn, moving to the top, made a break in stride, and All Our Wishes goes off stride. Now coming on, 7 Credits gets the lead, and All Our Wishes is taken to the outside and out of harm's way. But right now, 7 Credits has inherited a large lead, and Solid now has gone off stride. And then racing up and grabbing second is Wheelin' Willie as they race on towards that opening quarter. Boston Blue third. The opening panel was 28-4, and Solid is moving to the outside off stride. Now racing fourth is Spicy Man, and then position fifth is Dashing Muscle. Field works on around the turn, and with the lead right now is 7 Credits. 7 Credits has the lead as they race off the turn. Wheelin' Willie in pursuit from second. Racing third is Boston Blue, and Spicy Man is fourth, and Dashing Muscle is fifth and is about 10 or 11 lengths off the lead. But 7 Credits with the front, and Wheelin' Willie has broken stride. 59-3 is the halftime. Boston Blue is second. Spicy Man is third, and now Dashing Muscle is racing fourth. They work their way on into the backstretch off that 59 3/2. 7 Credits leads it by a couple of lengths right now. Boston Blue, though, is skating up a little bit closer, and then about 5 lengths, and now racing third, Dashing Muscle, and Spicy Man is fourth. They hustle on to 3/4. 7 Credits is on top still for Brett McDonald. It is 7 Credits, Boston Blue. Chipping away at the advantage. It's down to a length and a quarter. And Dashing Muscle within striking distance, now third and closing. 3/4, 130-1. And it is 7 Credits with the lead. Dashing Muscle on the outside. 7 Credits, Dashing Muscle is out 3 wide. And Boston Blue on down the stretch where they come. Dashing Muscle on the outside is firing hard now. Dashing Muscle is going to score for Paul McDonnell. Boston Blue was second. 7 Credits third. Spicy Man was fourth, a mile of a 2-1 flat. On the board, we have an 8-5 for 6. Back in front of us, the winner of race 1, number 8, Dashing Muscle, a 2-year-old muscle mass brown filly owned by James Armitage. Chantel Mitchell, the trainer, Paul McDonnell, the winning driver. Dashing Muscle into a 1. First race mutual prices. Number 8 Dashing Muscle 650, 390, 330. 5 Boston Blue 490, 410, and 47 credits 440. $2 exactor 29.40. Dollar try $77. Dollar superfecta 1,075.10. First race, or her finish from the top is a 956 324 718. That's 956 324 718. And note in that first race, note that number 2, Moving to the Top, was 5th place, 9th. That is number 2, Moving to the Top, 5th place, 9th. Field 4, race number 2 is on parade 1, Topsail Beach. Scott Quilliver, Ken Oliver, and Milton Young. Number 2 is Stumper's Drama, Daryl Thiessen for Patrick Bissert and Gary Stoddart. And number 3 is Eva's Best Girl, Bruce Richardson for Jim Lee. Number 4, Coal Creek Lacey, Paul McKenzie for Brenda Duncan and Daniel Walker. And number 5 is Maddie's Credit, Talbot for Colonel Schneider Jr. and Cassidy Schneider. And number 6, Stargazing Cruiser, Colin Kelly for Sheldon Rose. And number 7 is Crystal Dragon, Austin Sorry for Robert Kyle Fellows and Full Price Jr. 8 is Shimar's Lady Havoc, Ryan DeRoche for Peter Finnegan and Sheila Lewis. And number 9 is Shooter on By, Brett McDonough for Ron McDonald. Well, field for the second race going to post shortly. Let's look at this field, starting by number 1, Topsail Beach. Well, wasn't on top of her game at Mohawk last race. A tough post and never really was able to get close enough to matter. But still, if you look at that back half, 55-4 back half, now gets to move back down to the inside. Look at a start here June the 19th and racing in this class. Bingo bango. Won by 7.5 lengths. That was the second of back-to-back wins racing at this level. And also, Topsail Beach has won with 9 top 2 finishes in 15 starts this year. Nice mark of 55-3 taken in that dominant start here June the 19th. So Topsail Beach, big threat to come out on top. Hence the 1-5 on the board. Number 7, Crystal Dragon. Well, racing at Georgian Downs last race, a mile of 54-2. Pretty sharp mile. Now has to deal with an outside post position. But races out of a solid barn. Austin Surrey driving. This one does have 3 wins on the year. Crystal Dragon, you get a longer price, outside post position. But you do see some form, might be able to be a threat here. Was second in this class June the 19th. Second to Topsail Beach, 25-1. Number 2, Stonebridge Drama. Dominant winner at Clinton last race in 58-3. 5 wins in 13 starts in the year, and mark here of 56-3 taken this year. Stonebridge Drama is one that right now is on the board at 12-1. And one more to take a look at is 9, Shooter on By. Well, last race from a tough start, almost 14 lengths back at the quarter, wasn't able to shoot by many. And Shooter on By now from the trailer post, likely to be able to get a trip on the back of Topsail Beach if she's up to it from the trailer post. Topsail Beach is likely to be able to fire out really well. Shooter on By could be in line to get a fairly solid share. This one didn't win last year, but did hit the top three 13 times. Shooter on by makes a second start for Ron McDonald after shipping in from down east. And also look at back as a 5-year-old 2 years ago, took a nice mark at 53 and 2 at Georgian Downs. So shooter on by at 16 to 1. May be able to get a trip and be one you can use in the top four. The fans love number 1, Topsail Beach from post 1, 1 to 5 on the board. Gate is rolling for race number 2. Topsail Beach Stonebridge Drama, Eva's Best Girl on the inside. In the center, Coal Creek Lacey and Matty's Credit. To the outside, Stargazing Cruiser, Crystal Dragon, and Shimar's Lady Havoc. And the second tier, Shooter on by. The field for the second race is at the start of the round in Stonebridge Drama, Topsail Beach. And center of the track is Matty's Credit getting out well. Shooter on by along to the inside. Then it is Stargazing Cruiser, Eva's Best Girl, Crystal Dragon. Coal Creek Lacey is 8th and trailing the field. Shimar's Lady Havoc. Matty's Credit is coming on now. And at 70 to 1 is able to grab the lead. Topsail Beach racing in the pocket as they race on to the opening quarter. Topsail Beach is going to come out around and looking to reclaim the lead. Matty's Credit in the pocket. Racing third, Stonebridge Drama. And fourth in the early going right now is Shooter on by. Opening quarter, 28 seconds. Stargazing Cruiser is racing fifth, and then Eva's Best Girl and Crystal Dragon outside racing seventh. And then it is Shimar's Lady Havoc as the field races off the turn. And then along to the inside, that is Coal Creek Lacey. Topsail Beach is on top. Leads at a length and a half right now over long shot Matty's Credit. Here comes Shooter on by. Only now a length off lead is taken over second. Halftime 57-4. And Stargazing Cruiser has moved up into contention as well now. Into the backstretch they go. Topsail Beach is leading it. Shooter on by to the outside second. Matty's Credit is racing third. Stargazing Cruiser position fourth, and then Stonebridge Drama and Crystal Dragon. Shimar's Lady Havoc from the backfield. 3 wide is making up some ground, and then it is back to Eva's Best Girl and Coal Creek Lacey, but it is still Topsail Beach leading. They hustle on by 3/4. Topsail Beach leads at a length and a quarter. 3/4, 126 and 1. Shooter on by is racing second. Matty's Credit is on the inside third and rolled out 3 wide. Now here comes Stargazing Cruiser, and then it is Stonebridge Drama and Coal Creek Lacey is kicking in late. They turn on down the lane, and Topsail Beach is sprinting away on the field. Topsail Beach will win. Stargazing Cruiser picks up second. Then third on the inside, Stonebridge Drama. To the outside, Coal Creek Lacey. 155 and 2, Top Sill Beach. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race number 2, it's 1 Top Sill Beach. Top Sill Beach is a 4-year-old Shadow Play Bay mare owned by Milton Young. Ken Oliver is the trainer. Scotty Coulter is the winning driver. It's the 6th win this year. 12th lifetime. Top Sill Beach and Scott Coulter in 155 and 2. That's a new career best. The second race of payouts at number 1, Top Seal Beach, 240, 230, 210. 6 Stargazing Cruiser, 580 and 370. Number 2, Stonebridge Drama, 370. Double pays $10.40 on a $2 ticket, numbers 8 and 1. The $2 exactor, $12.90. The dollar tries, $15.10. The dollar super, $127.85. Up next is race number 3. Post time is in 12 minutes. No changes. Second race order of finish from the top, 139.452.786. That's 139.452.786 on the bottom. The field for race number 3 is on parade 1, Super T, Ryan Holiday for John Yank Jr. and Chris Yank. Number 2, Massive Potential, Paul McKenzie for Daniel Martin and Andre DeRoche. And number 3 is Cash, Colin Kelly for Caitlin Graham. Number 4 is Herb's Journey, Scott Quiller, Duncan Brewer, and Randall Urquhart. 5 is Racing Royalty, Brandon Donover, Stephen Bossens, and Stephen Palermo. Number 6, Matty Smilin, Marquette Soul, drives and trains for Terry DeVos and Clarence DeVos and Peter Porter. And number 7 is Northern Tailwind, J.R. Plant, drives and trains and owns. And number 8, Victoria Has a Secret, Travis Henry for Brittany Kennedy and Dean and Ashley Wilson. Field of 8, race number 3. Well, fans, let's look at this field for the third race. We'll start with number 3, Cash, who comes in with 3 consecutive wins. And Cash doesn't leave much, but sure has been able to close well. Now look at, also has had, the trailer post here, and as well post 6 here and a post 6 at Georgian Downs. Maybe out of post 3 might leave a little bit, but it doesn't seem to really matter because Cash gets the job done. And if you bet this one to win in any of the last 3 races, well, you did cash. Colin Kelly, 1-5 on the board. Number 7, Northern Tailwind, has raced really well of late. A couple of front-end efforts, one a win and the other one a solid third. Last race raced from off the pace at Georgian Downs and closed hard to finish second, beaten just a neck to cash. So Northern Tailwind once again gets post 7. Maybe Northern Tailwind can turn the tables, and instead of 1-5, you get one that says now 20-1 on the board, and yet they were only separated by a neck last time out. Might be worth the shot. Others, number 2, Massive Potential, beaten just a couple of lengths last race at Georgian Downs, and Massive Potential is one that last year had 16 top 2 finishes and 28 starts. That's a nice percentage. Massive Potential. This will be just the second start of the year, and was able to finish the mile sharply last race. And Massive Potential from post 2 is one that could be a solid factor. Of course, with 1-5 on the board, the odds driven up on everybody else. 22-1 on Massive Potential. And number 1, Super T, has right now had 8 top 3 finishes and 11 starts of the year. That's super. And look at last year as well. Was one that 13 out of 21 in the top 3. So Super T makes the top 3 at a super rate. Last race wasn't one of those, but the previous 2 both were top 3 finishes, and is one that should be able to leave well again from that inside post. Ryan Holiday driving 16-1. Fans are all over number 3, Cash, at 2-5. You won't cash much, but maybe at least cashing a ticket. 2-5 on the board. Gate is rolling for race number 3, taking up positions. On the inside, Super T with massive potential and cash. In the center, Herb's Journey raising royalty. On the outside, Maddie's Smiling Northern Tailwind and Victoria has a secret. Field for the third is at the start of the rough. Massive potential. Super T down to the inside. Maddie's Smiling and Herb's Journey. They journey on around that first turn. Super T with the lead. Massive potential is second. Herb's Journey is racing third. Then it is Maddie's Smiling and Northern Tailwind. Victoria has a secret and raising royalty. On down the backstretch they go. And way back with that break in stride. As they roll into the backstretch is Cash that went off stride. And with the front at the opening quarter in 28-1 is Herb's Journey. Herb's Journey and Scotty Coulter's in front by 2. Super T is racing second. Massive Potential is racing third, about 5 off the lead. And Maddie's Smiling is racing fourth as the field comes off the turn and works on towards us. Then fifth is Northern Tailwind, and then it is back to Victoria has a secret. And now with a break in stride, racing royalty. 57-4 is the halftime. Herb's Journey's got the lead. Racing second is Super T. Massive Potential is on the outside third and is about 2 1/4 off the lead and is getting closer with every stride. Racing fourth is Northern Tailwind. Fifth to the inside is Maddie Smiling. And Victoria has a secret. Is racing sixth. They race on down the backstretch, rolling to 3/4. It is still Herb's Journey. Herb's Journey is in front. Massive Potential chipping away. Just a length and a quarter back. Super T on the inside third. Northern Tailwind is racing fourth. Victoria has a secret as fifth, and Maddie Smiling is sixth. 3/4 in 128, and Herb's Journey is starting to journey away from the field and leads by 3 over Massive Potential as the field turns for home. Grabbing third is Northern Tailwind, and down to the inside Super T on down the stretch, and Herb's Journey is home and cooled out, wins it by a comfortable margin of about 5 or 6. Massive Potential was second, then third was Northern Tailwind, and fourth is between Super T and Victoria has a secret. 157-3. On the board, we have a 4-2-7-1, and wheeling back in front of us is the winner of race number 3. It's number 4, Herb's Journey. Herb's Journey is a 4-year-old Angus All Brown gelding. Owned by Duncan Brewer and Randall Urquhart. Duncan Brewer, the trainer, Scotty Coulter, the driving double, and it's the second win this year, sixth lifetime. Herb's Journey, 157-3. Third race payouts, number 4, Herb's Journey, 1820, 610, 620. 2, Massive Potential, 1060 and 660. 7, Northern Tailwind pays $6.20 to win. The $2 exactor, numbers 4 and 2, $128. Dollar try, $455.80. Dollar superfecta, $1,659.85. And the dollar pick 3, $66.10. Third race, so her finish from the top is 4-2, 3-1, 6-7.
Hold on.
Hold on a second. I'm thinking it's 4-2-8.
You got it.
16735. Oh, you got to get up before noon to sneak one by me. 4-2-8, 16735. Fans, note in race number 5, we have single claims on 2, 4, and 7. 2, 88 Fingers Louie. 4, Sin City Shark. And 7, Cross My Mind. Field for race number 4 is on parade. 1, Hypnotic. Paul McKenzie for David Daniel. Number 2 is scratched, and 3 is absent. And number 4 is Mostly Dally. J.R. Plant for Randy Marriage and Lisa DeRoche and Craig Perot. There is 3, Red Hot and Sporty. Scott Quiller for Shelley Rose. And number 5 is Ladylike. Colin Kelly for Jim Stewart and Danny Murray. Number 6, Rosella. Bruce Richardson drives and trains and owns. Nice hat, Bruce. Number 7, Southern Bayou. Brent McDonough for Robert Fellows and Blair Corbeil and Yolanda Fellows and Arpad Sabo. 8 is Relativity. Nick Boyd for Lacey McCabe and Glenview Livestock Limited. And Cheryl Cherry. And number 9, Scottish Mock. Travis Embry for Robert Doyle and Daniel Meade. It's a field of 8 for the 4th race. Let us get a look at this field, and we'll start with number 5, Ladylike. Look at 9 wins on the year. And considering the time off also, Ladylike is just having an outstanding campaign. Won last time out. Above this class, now moves back down. Ladylike has just got so many positive. That win in 55 and 2. Last time out, a career best. Well, that's why you're looking at 3 to 5 on the board for Ladylike. Number 8, Relativity, comes in with back-to-back wins, but the thing is they were front-end wins, posts 4 and 3. Now has to deal with the outside, but nonetheless is racing for a very productive barn. Lacey McCabe with that 434 training average. And Relativity was very fine last year, 15 top 2s and 24 starts. So this is not just a recent thing with Relativity. She's been good. Relativity and Nick Boyd, 11 to 1. You get the price because of the post position. Number 4, Mostly Dally. Well, battled first up last race and still managed to finish second. A good mile in 57. Mostly Dally has been racing consistently well. Note that this is right now the 4th start off of the layoff. Mostly Dally in fine form. 7 to 2 on the board. Should be a contender. Number 1, Hypnotic. If you're looking for a longer play, Hypnotic on the inside, and is one that if she can leave from that inside post position, might be able to be in the picture and help the superfecta ticket pay a little bit. Mile of 54 and 4 at Georgian Downs last time out with a pretty solid middle half of 56 and 1. Hypnotic is 25 to 1 on the board with Paul McKenzie driving. 4th race, it is a field of 8. Scratched is due Northern Bell. Going to post shortly. Gate is rolling for race number 4, taking up positions. Hypnotic Key and Red Hot and Sporty on the inside. In the center, mostly Dally, Ladylike, and Rosella to the outside. Southwind Bayou, Relativity. The second tier, Scottish Mock. The field for the 4th race. In the stretch, approaching the start. And they're at the start of the rough. Mostly Dally, Rosella, Hypnotic and Ladylike as they charge on into the turn. Then Red Hot and Sporty. Then it is Southwind Bayou and Scottish Mock, and back trailing the field is Relativity. Hypnotic has got the lead, but driving on the outside is Rosella. Rosella on the outside is looking to drive up and take the lead. And now Rosella, who is in full bloom early, is on top. Hypnotic is racing position second. Mostly Dally third. Ladylike is racing fourth. Red Hot and Sporty, then Southwind Bayou. They went by the opening quarter in 27-1. And racing second from last is Scottish Mock, and Relativity is trailing the field. Rosella at 50-1. Has the lead as they race off the turn. Hypnotic is racing second, then a gap of 3. Mostly Dally, Ladylike now surging up on the outside, first over, and they race past the half in 56-4. Red Hot and Sporty is racing 5th and moving a little closer now. Southwind Bayou is part of the outer flow, and then Scottish Mock is on the inside, and Relativity is trailing the field. Rosella still has the lead. Ladylike, though, is bearing down on the outside. It is Rosella, Ladylike, and now kicking into high gear. Red Hot and Sporty is on the move. Ladylike is taken over. Red Hot and Sporty is second. Rosella fades on the inside, and Southwind Bayou has come on now and taken over third. Hypnotic Key is wheeled out. They get by 3/4, 125-4, and it is Ladylike. Ladylike being chased by Red Hot and Sporty and Southwind Bayou. Rosella trying to hold on to fourth, and then mostly Dally on down the stretch drive for Ladylike. It is Ladylike and Red Hot and Sporty. Ladylike is sharp at the finish and wins it and takes it by about a length and a quarter. Southwind Bayou was second, then Red Hot and Sporty, and mostly Dally. 155-2, Ladylike. Wheeling back in front of us is the winner of race number 4. It is number 5, Ladylike, a 4-year-old shadow play brown mare, owned by Danny Murray of Orangeville. Jim Stewart's the trainer. Colin Kelly, the winning driver. 10th win on the year, 12th lifetime, Ladylike. In 155-2. That equals her career best. And 5, Ladylike, pays 280, 240, 210. 7, Southwind Bayou, 810, 520. Number 3, Red Hot and Sporty, $6.70, $2 exactor, $33.80. Dollar Tribe, $83.45. Superfecta, 279.35. The fourth race order finish from the top is a 5 scratch 3. 416278. That is 5 scratch 3, 416278. Next is race number 5. Note single claims on 2, 4, and 7. Number 8, Wave That Banner, is scratched. Field 4, race number 5 is on parade. Number 2 is 88 Fingers Louie. Austin Sorry for Dale Roberts and Mark Kerr. Clay mattered. Number 3, Blue Chip Sunshine. It has today for Ken Oliver and Milton Young. Number 4 is Sin City Shark. Scott Colliver, Clifford McGuire, and Nancy McGuire. Claim is in. 5 is Puddin' Pie. Colin Kelly for Kyle Bossens and Phil McGuire. Number 6 is BR Royal Boom. Jason Ryan for Sheldon Rose. And number 7 is Cross My Mind. Travis Henry for Frederick Borgo and Keith Castle. Claim is in. 8 is Scratch. 9 is Toxicity. J.R. Platt for Patrick Shepard and Triple S Equine. Field of 8 with the 8 out. There is one key topic. Anthony Hunt for Gary Kingshot and Cassandra Watson. Note the claims on 2, 4, and 7. Well, let's look at this field. We'll start with number 5, Puddin' Pie. And one that you could be putting close to the top of your ticket. Went a long way. Had the lead a good chunk of the mile last time out. And did finish third, beaten a length and a quarter. Has a couple of wins in 7 starts this year. And one of those wins was here June the 5th. If you look at those last 4 races, a win, a second, and a third, all in this class, Puddin' Pie is one that better not desert your attention. And is 6-1 on the board. Number 4, Sin City Shark. Claim is in. Did race at Mohawk last race in 54-4. And you also see a 54-3 mile 3 races ago. Now, Sin City Shark doesn't have a win this year and had only 1 win in 33 last year. Sin City Shark, class dropping, hoping to get rolling. Claim is in. Scotty Coulter driving and is 3-1. Number 7, Cross My Mind. Claim is in. 4-1. Travis Henry for the high percentage barn of Freddie B. Frederick Borgo. Cross My Mind did not enjoy the outside post at Sarnia last race, but did race very well at Georgian Downs in the 2 previous starts, 55-1 and 54 mile. And Cross My Mind should compare well with this group. The post position is no help, though. 4-1 on the board. And number 3, Blue Chip Sunshine, did race better last race and is one with some back class that might be able to get back going. Has only 1 win in the past 40, though, but last race was much better. A veteran 11-year-old that could be used somewhere on the ticket to help it pay a little bit. Well, actually, 7-5 on the board. Blue Chip Sunshine won't help it pay. I'm surprised at 7-5 on the board, but Kenny Oliver is one that sports a pretty healthy training record, 367, 17 wins in 84 starts. Giddy up, Kenny. Blue Chip Sunshine, 7-5 on the board. Gate is rolling for race number 5. Taking up positions. Keats up at 88 Fingers Louie and Blue Chip Sunshine on the inside. In the center is Sin City Shark and Puddin' Pie. On the outside, be a Royal Boom and Cross My Mind. And the second tier, Toxicity. It's a field of 8. Fifth dash. Here they come. The field for race number 5 is at the start, and they're off, and Sin City Shark is leaving. 88 Fingers Louie is also getting out well. Puddin' Pie to the outside, and then it is Blue Chip Sunshine. Key Topic along to the inside. Then it is back further to Toxicity, and the trailing pair are BR Royal Boom and Cross My Mind, and on they race to the opening quarter. Sin City Shark has got the lead. 88 Fingers Louie second. Puddin' Pie is racing third. Blue Chip Sunshine, fourth in line in front of Key Topic. And then it is back to Toxicity. BR Royal Boom and Cross My Mind. 27-2 was the opening quarter. And Sin City Shark is leading. 88 Fingers Louie is racing second. Puddin' Pie is on the inside third. Moving up on the outside comes Toxicity. Blue Chip Sunshine is on the inside racing fifth. And now moving on the outside, gaining a bit of ground, it's Cross My Mind. Then it is back to Key Topic, and trailing the field is BR Royal Boom. And they work their way on past the half. Sin City Shark with the lead. Halftime 58-1. Toxicity is racing about length off the lead as they work into the backstretch. And on the inside, third is 88 Fingers Louie as they work their way on down the backstretch. Puddin' Pie is fourth, and racing fifth is Blue Chip Sunshine, second over and advancing now. And then it is back to Cross My Mind and Key Topic and BR Royal Boom. Sin City Shark still leading. It is Sin City Shark and Scotty Coulter swimming on by 3/4 with a lead of a length and a half. On the inside, 88 Fingers Louie has been getting a good trip. Toxicity in the center, and then Blue Chip Sunshine, and then it is Cross My Mind and BR Royal Boom. The field turns for home. Up 3/4, 128-1. Sin City Shark being chased by 88 Fingers Louie and Puddin' Pie on down the stretch. Rob they come. Sin City Shark is sinfully good and wins it by about 2.5. 88 Fingers Louie was second. Puddin' Pie third. And Key Topic fourth. 157-2. Sin City Shark. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race number 5. It is number 4, Sin City Shark. 7-year-old Cam's Card Shark Bay Gelding, owned by Nancy McGuire. Clifford McGuire is the trainer. First win this year and 15th win lifetime for Sin City Shark. The winning driver, Scotty Coulter. 3 on the night for the 10 Tornado. I think we need a tornado warning. We've got a fast-moving tornado spotted in Elora. 3 on the night for Scotty Coulter. The mutual payouts: number 4, Sin City Shark, 670, 392, 72. 88 Fingers Louie, 760, 385. Wooden Pie, 250. $2 exactor, 49.30. Dollar Try, 61.55. Dollar Superfective, 559.55. The fifth race, or her finish from the top, is a 427. 1358 scratch 6. That's 427 1358 scratch 6. We did have 3 claims. Number 2, 88 Fingers Louie. John Holding will be the new trainer and owner. Number 4, Sin City Shark, Zoltan Bala, owning and training, or training and owning. And number 7, Cross My Mind, Tim Myers, owning and training. Field for race number 6 on parade. Number 1 is the first chapter, Tom Durand for June Durand. Number 2 is B. Dylan, Travis Henry for Mark McCormick. Number 3, Les Nesbitt, Wayne Henry for Henry Stable and Dillon Farms and Gordon Yao. And for Joanne Tree Lane, Austin Surrey for Murray Brenther and Patricia Whitaker. 5 is the accountant, Dag Hendrickson for Tom Rankin and Elizabeth Rankin. Number 6, Vision in White, Anthony Hahn for Nelson White and Deborah White and Christine Lawrence. And 7, Laval Titan, Steve Byron for Danny Fontaine and Gay Tampono. 8 is Tighten 'em Up, Bruce Richardson for Joe McIsaac and Carolyn Williston. And 9 is Dusty Lane Thunder, Tyler Moore for Gary McDonald and Alexis Gass. Field of 9, race number 6. Going to post shortly. Let's look at this field. And first, we'll start with the first chapter. And Tom Durand, one that had just one start last year. Does have a couple of wins, but has missed a bunch of time. Had one start last year. This will be the first start this year. But look, it qualified in 57-4. And after that 31-second opening quarter, really skedaddled nicely. In fact, the back half of 57-1, the first chapter is one that's getting a lot of attention and is even money on the board for Tom Durand. Number 4, Joanne Tree Lane and Austin Surrey for Murray Brenther comes in off of dominant wins at Kawartha in back-to-back starts, went to the front and crushed the field in both. So Joanne Tree Lane seems to have it going on. Austin Surrey is on the board at 3-1 right now. This one, excellent gate speed and has another favorable post position, likely to be a main threat to the first chapter. Number 7, Laval Titan. It comes in off of a win, front end win. Now has to deal with post position 7. Laval Titan, that is a much bigger challenge. Did score a win last year as a 2-year-old at Hanover as well in 202-2. That last one, that win was at Hanover. Laval Titan and Steve Byron is 8-1 on the board, taking a tour of the infield. And number 5, the accountant. Well, only one win this year, but 7 runner-up finishes. But the sloppy track at Georgian Downs didn't seem to be to the accountant's liking. And that was a very unusual non-top 3 finish because the accountant has made the top 3 in 9 out of 11 this year. The accountant is one that I think you can count on to come back with a strong outing here and is back in the same class. You get 18-1. I think that might be a value play as Dag Hendrickson is certainly a noted trot man. The accountant offering a price right now. It is 18-1 on the board. Gate is rolling for the sixth dash. Taking up positions. The first chapter of B. Dylan, Les Nessman on the inside of the center, Joanny Trelane, and the accountant to the outside. Vision and White, Laval Titan and Tighten 'em Up, and the second year Dusty Lane Thunder. Field of nine, sixth dash, here they come. The field for race number 6 is at the start. Be dealing one off stride. Laval Titan from the outside is getting out very well. Vision and White and also charging in the outside is Tighten 'em Up, and along to the inside is the first chapter. And Dusty Lane Thunder is part of the front grouping, but charging to the lead. Laval Titan. Laval Titan is out wide, and Dusty Lane Thunder is center of the track down to the inside the first chapter. Now Laval Titan's going to clear to the lead. Dusty Lane Thunder second, riding the pocket. First chapter is third. Vision and White is racing fourth. Then it is back to Les Nessman and back to Tighten 'em Up. B Dealing is racing second for last. The accountant right now is counted ninth. They race on to the opening quarter correction as they race the turn. Counted eighth. Joanne Trelane made a break and is trailing the field. 28 seconds is the opening quarter, and Laval Titan at 16-1 has the lead. Dusty Lane Thunder fills the pocket. They come on towards us. Now coming to the outside. Here comes the first chapter. Challenging the first chapter. The 2-5 favorites on the move. And has come on to take a share of second. They get to the half off that 28-second opening quarter in 1 minute. Laval Titan with the lead. The first chapter on the outside. Dusty Lane Thunder is filling the pocket position. And Les Nessman is right there, reported to fourth right now. And then fifth to the inside is Vision and White as they race on down the backstretch. Then it is Tighten 'em Up, and the accountant on the inside. B. Dealin, Joanny Trelane trailing the field. First chapter now comes on. The first chapter takes the lead and is in front by a length and a half as they race on by 3/4 to 1:30-1. The first chapter now is stretching it out. The first chapter, Les Nessman, and then Laval Titan, and racing fourth is Tighten 'em Up, and fifth to the inside is Dusty Lane Thunder. The first chapter as they turn on down the stretch drive. The first chapter is moving very well. You can turn the page. The first chapter has won it. And finishing second, Les Nessman, and then it was Laval Titan and Tighten 'em Up and Dusty Lane Thunder. 1:59-3, the first chapter. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race number 6, number 1, the first chapter. 5-year-old chapter 7 bay horse. June Durand and Tom Durand. The owner is Tom Durand, the trainer and winning driver. The first chapter takes his season's debut, third lifetime win, 159-3. The sixth race payouts number 1, the first chapter, 280, 260, 260. 3, Les Nessman, 960 and 580. And 7, Laval Titan, 380. $2 exactor, well, forget that for now. How about the 20-cent high five? 2106.60. Ka-ching. The $2 exactor is $28. Dollar try, $59.50. Dollar win 4, $152.35. Seventh dash is up next. Field of 9, 1 Larjon Lucy. Equipment changes, adding a Murphy blind on the left and a shoe change. Aluminum to steel shoes all around. The sixth race order of finish from the top. 192, 768, 345. That's 192, 768, 345. Field 4, race number 7 is on parade. 1, L'Argent Lucy. Chase and ride for Catherine Cochran and Stephen Bastard. Number 2, Lady Reporter. Alvin Hamilton drives and trains and owns. And number 3 is Sophie's Destiny. Travis Henry for Frederick Bourgo and Martin Chouinard. Number 4 is Sadie Mae's On Her Way. It's Wayne McLean for John McClellan. And 5 is Better Move Over. Austin Sorry for Murray Breather and Dan Serafian and Harley Harkness. Number 6 is Better Joy. Daryl Thiessen for Jeffrey Williamson. And number 7 is Big Diamond. Anthony Hunt for Rod Boyd and Robert Cochran. And number 8, Bookie Baby. Alpha Carroll for Dean Wall and Waldheim Stables. And 9, Get It Done, Donna. Ryan Holiday for Steve Colvin, and is the trainer and owner. Field of 9 for the 7th race. Let's look at this field, starting with number 5, Better Move Over. Well, look at last race, had post 7 at Kawartha and still managed to win by almost 2 lengths in 55 and 3. A career best mark. Has a couple of wins and also a second and a third on the year, but really has been good, especially of late. Now tries things, has moved over from Kawartha to try it here. And we'll see if the fine form can continue. 2 wins and a second by a neck in the past 3 starts. Better Move Over. He is 2-1. Number 7, Big Diamond. Well, post 7 at Georgian Downs last race and went to the front and almost wired the field, beaten 3/4 of a length. A pretty good mile. Big Diamond looking to follow that up. It gets post 7 again. And Big Diamond, in fact, had post 7 here 2 races ago and made a pretty big effort, 3 wide at 3/4. Managed to finish 4th. Big Diamond might be getting sick of seeing the 7s, or at least the trainer and owner would be. Big Diamond and Anthony Hahn. Post position 7, 7-1 on the board. Number 8, Bookie Baby, off a win here. Post 1 all the way on top by more than 2 lengths. And Bookie Baby now has to deal with an outside post. But look at how will she race from off the pace if that has to be the plan. 2 races ago here, racing in this class, had the trailer post and was 15 3/4 lengths back at the quarter. Ended up beating a length and a half in 57 3. I'd say Bookie Baby's a contender, 6-1. And number 4, Sadie Mae's On Her Way. Didn't make much hay last time out, but has raced well recently. 2 and 3 starts back, so Sadie Mae's On Her Way. Just might be able to bounce back. Was really good here in this Class 3 race. Is going to finish 2nd. Sadie Mae's On Her Way and Wayne McLean, 3-1. 7th dash of Field of 9 going to post shortly. Fans note in race number 9, we have a driver change. Jason Ryan will be driving number 5, EL Lonely Charge. Jason Ryan drives the 5 in the 9th. Gates rolling for the 7th. Larjan Lucy, Lady Reporter, Sophie's Destiny on the inside of the center. Sadie Mae's on her way and Better Move Over to the outside. Better Joy, Big Diamond, and Bookie Baby. Second year, Get It Done, Donna. It is a field of 9 for the 7th dash. Here they come. Giddy up. And the field for the 7th is at the start of the rough. Sophie's Destiny, Sadie Mae's on her way. Larjan Lucy and Big Diamond as they drive into the turn. Then Get It Done, Donna and Lady Reporter. Then it is back to Better Move Over and Bookie Baby and Better Joy. On down the backstretch they go. Sophie's Destiny has a lead of 4 lengths right now over Larjan Lucy. Now Sadie Mae's on her way on the outside, is making up a lot of ground and is charging hard and has taken over second and is only a half length from the lead. Larjan Lucy inside third. Get It Done, Donna's fourth. 28-3 the opening quarter. Lady Reporter is racing fifth. And then it is Big Diamond. Better Move Over is back in 7th. Bookie Baby, Better Joy trailing the field. Sophie's Destiny has got the lead. Sadie Mae's on her way, still working hard on the outside. Is just about a length from the front. Inside, Larjan Lucy third. And then Get It Done, Donna. Here comes Big Diamond moving up rapidly. And also on the outside, Better Move Over is moving up. Halftime was 58-2. Lady Reporter is racing position to 7th. And then it is Bookie Baby. And trailing the field is Better Joy. They race on down the backstretch. Sophie's Destiny at 25-1 has the lead, and now dropping down to the inside, Sadie Mae's on her way. Moving on the outside, Big Diamond. Big Diamond, as they're about to circle third base, is now only about 2 off the lead, and then racing fourth is Better Move Over. Bookie Baby's advanced up to 5th and closing ground. Lady Reporter is 6th, backing way Larjan Lucy. Now racing 7th, Get It Done, Donna, then Better Joy, 3/4, 128-1, and Sophie's Destiny. Sophie's Destiny. Bookie Baby is settled wide and is closing really rapidly now. And Sadie Mae's on her way in the hunt down to the inside. Better Move On Over. As they come to the finish up the inside. Better Move Over was able to move up the inside and win. Then second is between Bookie Baby on the outside. Sadie Mae's on her way. And Sophie's Destiny 158-2. Better Move Over. On the board, we have a 5-8-4-3. And coming back in front of us is the winner of race number 7. It's number 5. Better Move Over. A 4-year-old Better's Delight Brown mare, owned by Marie Brethren, Dan Serafian, and Harley Harkness, and Tony Basile. Murray Brether is the trainer. Austin Sorey is the winning driver. It's the 3rd win this year and the 4th win lifetime. better move over. 158 and 2. Here are the seventh race payouts. 5 better move over, 340, 270, 210. 8 Bookie Baby, 560, 294. Sadie Mae's on her way, 250. The exactor pays $26. The dollar try, $24.15. Dollar superfecta, $188. Fans note in race number 10, we have a driver change. On number 6, Land of Royalty, Natasha Day. Nat Day drives 6, Land of Royalty in the 10th. 7th race, order of finish from the top, 974318526. That's 974318526. Field for the 8th race on parade. One, Always Been Crazy. Tyler Moore for Alan Fair. Number 2, Raise You 20. Anthony Hunt from Egg Crone and Hunt Racing. And number 3, Finn T. Sealster, Paul McKenzie for Lyle Greenwich. And number 4, Just a Bandit, Brett Donovan, Doug Clark, and Common Crysdale, and Owen Wilson. Number 5 is Grey Cup, J.R. Plant. Drives for Jean-Francois Gagne. And number 6, Right the Ship, Nick Strode for Vic Putty and Dale Towell and Mike Horwood. Number 7 is Three Dragons, Daryl Thiessen for Common Osceola and Robert Burgess. And 8, Sport Zipper, Jason Ryan for Corey Giles and Michelle Letarte and Jean Allaire. And number 9, Problem Child, Mark Hetzel, driving and training for William Brown and Graham Hopkins. Well, it is a field of 9 for the 8th race, start of the late pick 3. We'll look at this field starting with number 7, Three Dragons, who was beaten only 3/4 of a length last race at Georgian Downs, and also comes in with a stretch right now of 4 consecutive top 3 finishes. The quickest of that bunch was a second in 54 and 4 2 races ago. Now, also note, all 4 starts this year, posts 1 and 2. Now, well, post position 7. 9-2 on the board. Three Dragons certainly will have to overcome the post, but has the form coming in. Number 8, Sport Zipper. Well, one post position worse than Three Dragons. Sport Zipper, first career start, and is one that shows a little bit of zip at Mohawk, especially that first qualifier. Came home in 28 and 3. Sports Zipper from an outside post position isn't getting a lot of love. Is 25-1. Number 5, Grey Cup, does show racing here in 157 2 races ago. The last race here, post 8, got parked the whole way. So really, you can't draw a lot of conclusions about that. And you also do see a couple of third place finishes before those last 2 starts here. So Grey Cup is one that could be a factor in the top 3. 9-2 on the board. J.R. Plot driving. And number 2, Raise U20. Now finally gets a good post. Has had a couple of 9s, an 8 and a 7. Now gets to leave out of post position 2, and does show finishing second in this class, beaten just 3/4 in 57 and 2 just 3 races ago. This will be the second start after missing a little bit of time due to sickness as well. Raise U20, 2-1 on the board, getting action for the high percentage barn of Meg Crone. Field for race number 8, taking up positions. Always been crazy. Raise U20, Finn T. Sealster on the inside in the center. Just a Bandit and Grey Cup to the outside. Right the ship, Three Dragons and Sports Zipper. And the second tier, Problem Child. Field for race number 8 is at the start of the rough. Raise U20, Finn T. Sealster, Just a Bandit and Grey Cup, and on the outside, Three Dragons. And off stride goes Always Been Crazy. Field works around that first turn. Raise U20's got the lead. Finn T. Sealster has come away second. Off stride, Grey Cup is punted out of contention with a break. And then Just a Bandit is racing on the inside third. Right the Ship is racing fourth, and then Three Dragons is fifth to the inside. Sport Zipper is sixth, and then seventh Problem Child. Always Been Crazy, and Grey Cup is trailing. They race their way on past the opening quarter in 28-4. Raise U20 has got the lead right now. Finn T. Sealster is second. Just a Bandit racing third, about 4.5 off the lead. Three Dragons now moves on the outside and is racing first up, position fourth. Fifth to the inside is Rank the Ship as the field comes off the turn. And then it is back to Sports Zipper. And then further back we have Problem Child and Always Been Crazy. Halftime was recorded in 59-4. Raise U20 and Anthony Hahn still has the lead as they race their way into the backstretch. Finn T. Sealster has been getting a trip, and Three Dragons on the outside now is moving up. Three Dragons is closing hard, and Sports Zipper now zipped up to take over fourth, and fifth is Just a Bandit. Oh, and then Sports Zipper goes off stride. They race their way on towards three quarters. Then it is Raise U20. Raise U20, Finn T. Sealster, and Three Dragons. Three quarters, 1:29 was the three-quarter time. Raise U20 still continues well. Raise U20 leads by 2 now. Finn T. Sealster is second. Three Dragons third in pursuit, and then Just a Bandit. And off stride goes Right the Ship on down the stretch. Round the count for Raise U20. Raise U20 on the inside. Finn T. Sealster. Raise U20 wins it. Finn T. Sealster second. Three Dragons third. And Just a Bandit was fourth. Mile of 1:58-1. Raise U20. The inquiry sign is up pertaining to the start and the break of number 1. Always Been Crazy. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race number 8, number 2, Raise U20, 3-year-old classic card shark bait gelding, owned by Hut Racing, trained by Meg Crone. Anthony Hahn, the winning driver. First win for Raise U20. 1:58-1. Fans, the judge's ruling that all horses received a fair start, the inquiry sign will go down. Eighth race payouts. Number 2 raise U20 390 to 7240. Number 3 Finty Seals to 1120 and 710 and 7-3 Dragon 360. $2 exactor $52. Dollar try 64.55. Dollar superfected 237.75. Eighth race order finish from the top 712 496 385. That's 712 496 385. Field 4, race number 9 on Parade 1, Delightful Magic. Anthony Hahn for Bill Budd and Chrislyn Nother. Number 2, Salisbury Case and Travis Henry for Steve Charlton of the Rock Racing Stable. Number 3 is Moxley, Paul McKenzie for Rail Bourgeois and I Dash Stable. Number 4 is Gambling Addiction, Scott Quilter for Jeffrey Williamson and Rebecca Williamson. Number 5 is EL Lonely Charlie. It's Jason Ryan for Tim Jacobson and James Edward Lewis. Number 6, Scratch 7 is Mark Jacobs. Jared Plot drives and trains and owns. Number 8 is Eye of the Shadow. Daryl Thiessen for Carbonasiello and Daniel Serafian. And scratched is number 9. Well, looking at this field for race number 9, we're just having a slight delay with number 1, Delightful Magic. But we can tell you that Delightful Magic is making a first start of the year. Hasn't raced since last July, but did qualify in 57-4, and overall a nice smooth qualifier. Delightful Magic, saddled by Bill Budd with Anthony Hahn driving, is right there and is 2-1 on the board. Number 3, Moxley and Paul McKenzie is one that, well, had post-8 at Georgian Downs last race and worked hard, parked early, back out and driving at 3/4 and managed a pretty competitive 4th-place finish. Now gets a good post position. Moxley should have plenty of moxie in this one, and 9-5 is a co-favorite along with Delightful Magic. There is Paul McKenzie and Moxley. This one's set up by Rail Bourgeois. Number 2 is Salisbury Cason and Travis Henry. Now this one's coming in off of back-to-back top 3 finishes. This will be just the 4th start of the year and hadn't raced since October before coming back in June, and yet has rounded into nice form and now gets the best post position that he's had. So Salisbury Cason, who did win 2 of 3 starts last year as a 2-year-old racing in La Belle Provence, Salisbury Cason and Travis Henry 4-1. And number 8, Eye of the Shadow, well, benefits by a scratch in number 6, so we'll move out and score post position 7. He's the one that does show 55-3, a very competitive 3rd at Georgian Downs 2 races ago, and looks to bounce back to that, but the post position makes it very challenging. 22-1, well, now 14-1. Fans have made number 3, Moxley, the 3-2 favorite, and a close second choice is 1, Delightful Magic. The 9th race coming up shortly. It is rolling for race number 9. Delightful Magic and Salisbury Kaysen on the inside. In the center, Moxley and Gambling Addiction. To the outside, a Lonely Charlie Mock Jacobs and Eye of the Shadow. It is a field of 7 for the 9th race. Here they come. And the field for the 7th is at the start of the rough. Moxley, Salisbury Kaysen, Eye of the Shadow from an outside post is racing into the front 3. Then it is a Gambling Addiction, and along to the inside is Delightful Magic. Then the trailing pair are E.L. Lonely Charlie and Mock Jacobs. They race their way on down the backstretch. And it is Moxley now who's coming on and making the lead for Paul McKenzie. In front by 2 right now. Salisbury Kaysen is second. And then racing third is Eye of the Shadow. Gambling Addiction is fourth and is about 7 or 8 off the lead. In front of Delightful Magic. Then the trailing pair, the Lonely Charlie and Mock Jacobs. They race their way on around the turn, and it is Moxley leading by 2. Salisbury Kaysen is second. Eye of the Shadow on the outside now is coming to call, and moving on the outside as well as Gambling Addiction, and then Delightful Magic took out. A Lonely Charlie is racing second last and trailing the field Mock Jacobs, and they race their way on past the half. That opening quarter was 28-1, and they roll their way on past the 5/8 and into the backstretch. Half was 58 seconds, and it is Moxley and Paul McKenzie who has the lead as they race their way on down the backstretch. Advantage is a couple of lengths still. Eye of the Shadow to the outside is moving and trying to grab second and take it from Salisbury Kaysen, who's holding on to second right now. They hustle on to 3/4. Moxley is still leading. Off stride Salisbury Kaysen, but manages to quickly recover and is now about 3.5 lengths back. And they went by 3/4 at 1:27. And Moxley is just pouring it on. Moxley, Salisbury Kaysen, Eye of the Shadow, and 3 across the track dueling for 4th right now. On down the stretch route they come. Moxley is cruising at the finish. Then finishing second will be Salisbury Kaysen, and third appeared to go to Mock Jacobs, and then 4th is between Eye of the Shadow and Gambling Addiction. The 9th race winner, Moxley, at 1:56-3. Back in front of us, the winner of race number 9. It is number 3, Moxley, 3-year-old Sherlock Brown gelding, owned by I-Dash Stable. Rail Bourgeois is the trainer. Paul McKenzie, the winning driver. First win for Moxley, 1:56-3. Ninth race payouts. Number 3, Moxley, 670, 270, and 230. 2, Salisbury Cason, 280, 260. 7, Mock Jacobs, 560. $2 exact rate, $90 try, $24, $40 superfecta, 103.75. Ninth race order finish from the top, 7, 2, 1, 5, 6 scratch, 3, 4 scratch. That's 7, 2, 1, 5, 6 scratch, 3, 4 scratch. Field for the 10th on parade. One is Edam's Better Shark, Daryl Thiessen for Jeffrey Williamson. Number 2 is Sunshine Lou, Brian McDonough for Daniel Martin. Number 3 is Poplar Artie, Scott Quiller for David Keys and Patrick Gallagher. And number 4 is Wakataka, Travis Henry for Martin LaChance. And 5 is Don't Exclude Me, Austin Sorry for Ruth Moore and James Hasty. Number 6 is Land of Royalty, Natasha Day for Robert Darren, Rebecca Williamson. Number 7 is Did Shanford's Credit, J.R. Plot for Sean Arnott. Number 8 is Storm Chaser, Ryan Holiday for Jim Wellwood and Jeffrey Wellwood. And now joining us, 9, Brookdale Ollie, Paul McKenzie for Real Bourgeois, Doug Poley. Well, fans, let's get a look at this field for the 10th dash, and we'll start with number 4, Wakataka. And, well, trailer post last race and was 7th at the top of the stretch, and yet came home to finish second, beaten ahead. That's a fine off-the-pace effort. Now Wakataka gets to lead from post position 4. Doesn't have a win yet, but certainly with a couple of runner-up finishes this year, including that close one last time out. Wakataka deserves a lot of action and is getting it 3-2. Number 3, Poplar Artie and Scotty Coulter. Well, looking for a 4th win on the evening. Poplar Artie parked early last race, had the lead, but just gave it up late. But it was a pretty strong effort. A good mile of 56 and 2. That's the same speed as Wakataka last time out. And that's the race that Wakataka was second, beaten ahead. Poplar Artie was third, beaten half a length. So really they were side by each at the finish. Poplar Artie is 9-1 on the board. Number 2, Sunshine Lou. Sunshine Lou has had 3 starts this year. Last race was finishing a 3rd, and Sunshine Lou, that was the best of the 2 starts since the layoff. Had a start here June the 12th that didn't go well, but then the last 2 were solid. But that last one was able to leave well, get a pocket trip, and finish 3rd. So Sunshine Lou and Brett McDonald at 9-1. Is a likely finisher in the top 3, or at least on the super high 5. And number 5, Don't Exclude Me. Don't Exclude Me finished 4th last race, a nice improvement from the 5th the start before it. And Don't Exclude Me now is one that's racing back 7 days later off a solid 4th, looking to get into the top 3. And Don't Exclude Me is 9-2 on the board. 10th race of Field of 9 going to post shortly. Gate is rolling for race number 10. Shaking up positions. Edam's Better Shark and Sunshine Lou with Poplar Artie on the inside. In the center, Walk It Talkin' and Don't Exclude Me. To the outside, Land of Royalty to Jennifer's Credit and Storm Chaser. And the second tier, Brookdale Ollie. Field of 9, race number 10. They are at the start in the rough. And Sunshine Lou with Poplar Artie. Walk It Talk It. Edam's Better Shark is down to the inside. And then it is Brookdale Ollie as they work on around the turn. And then Don't Exclude Me. Land of Royalty is racing position 7th. To Jennifer's Credit is 8th. And back trailing the field is Storm Chaser. On down the backstretch, Sunshine Lou is shining early at 23-1 and has a lead of 2 1/4 right now. Rolling second is Poplar Artie. Then it is Walk It Talk It third. Edam's Better Shark is racing fourth, and Brookdale Ollie is fifth as they race past the opening quarter in 28-2. Don't Exclude Me is sixth, and then back to the trailing 3. Land of Royalty to Jennifer's Credit and Storm Chaser. And it is Sunshine Lou right now, still with the lead. Sunshine Lou, Poplar Artie keeping a close watch from the pocket. And Walk It Talk It is third and is going to pop to the outside right now. Edam's Better Shark is moving up on the outside. And Brookdale Ollie is on the inside fifth. Don't Exclude Me sixth. Then it's back to Land of Royalty and to Jennifer's Credit and Storm Chaser. 58-3 is the halftime. And they work their way into the backstretch. Second and final time, it is still Sunshine Lou at 23-1. And off stride goes Edam's Better Shark. And now moving up on the outside and getting a little closer is Walk It Talk It. Poplar Artie has been getting the trip on the inside. Gap of a couple of lengths. Brookdale Ollie is fourth, but now closing. Don't Exclude Me. And then Land of Royalty to Jennifer's Credit and Storm Chaser. 3/4, 126-4. Sunshine Lou still has the lead. Grinding on the outside, Walk It Talk It is going to have to walk a little faster. Is about a half length back, but is bearing down on Sunshine Lou. And then Poplar Artie looking for the passing lane. On down the stretch drive they come. Sunshine Lou, though, drives on. Sunshine Lou is shining in the 10th and wins it. And takes it by 2 1/4. Then finishing second was Walk It Talk It. And then we had Poplar Artie to Jennifer's Credit. Don't Exclude Me. 155-4. Sunshine Lou. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race number 10. It's number 2, Sunshine Lou, a 4-year-old Sunshine Beach Bay horse owned by Daniel Martin, who's also the trainer. Brett McDonald is the winning driver. First win this year and the second lifetime. Sunshine Lou victorious, 155-4 for a new career best. The 10th race payouts. Number 2, Sunshine Lou, $48, 850 and 570. 4, Walkatuck, 250 and 210. 3, Poplar Artie, 240. The $2 exactor. Numbers 2 and 4. Sunshine Lou and Walkatuck at 104.10. Dollar try, $191. The $2 double, $149.70. The dollar pick 3 pays $185.50. The dollar win 4, $477.30. Dollar high 5, $3,256.05. Ka-ching. The 10th race order finish from the top. 913 246 587. That's 913 246 587 on the bottom. Well, fans, that concludes the live harness racing program. Action resumes this coming Monday. It is the Battle of Waterloo and Battle of the Bells eliminations. Note that the post time for Monday, 6:30 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos.